I don't even know how I'm telling this story. Hey everyone, if this is your first time here, hi, my name is Uzo, aka Uzi or Uzzymami, and you're welcome to my channel. So, the last time I did a video like this has been about 2 years ago. I think March, this time 2 years ago, March 2021, and a lot has happened. I'm going to try to make this video as quick as possible so it's not long. So in 2021, nothing really happened. I was just learning how to what's the word, control or manage my seborrheic dermatitis. I battled with that in 2020, so I went AWOL, came back, had to do a life update for that, and then everything went smooth. Everything went normal. I think in 2021, nothing really happened. um we just lived. Basically, we're coming out of the pandemic, so we're really just trying to get along with the new life, basically. Let's fast forward to 2022. In 2022, I thought everything was going so well for me. I was i was happy, at least for the most part. I was happy. What else? I had gone through heartbreak. Mm-hmm. But it was a very stupid, or will I say stupid? It was a very just somehow heartbreak, because it was like a situationship, but I went through heartbreak. Um, and then I had two accidents back to back towards the end of the year. So in September, I had my first accident. It was pretty serious because my car was damaged. I got hit by a trailer from nowhere, basically. I know I'm going to sound stupid, but I remember telling my friend, I said, I could have sworn that the trailer was not there. It literally came out of nowhere. And I don't know how it happened. All I know was I was waiting at the traffic lights. I checked my left. I didn't see any car coming. And by the time I wanted to turn, when the light turned green, I found myself skidding off the road. If I can find the video on picture clips, I would insert them. Um yeah, that was the first one. I literally came out of that accident unscratched. Like, I didn't have any injury, no scratch, no bruise, nothing. I just had like body pains afterwards. It was on a Monday morning. I went to work that same Monday. We had an exhibition at work that week, and I was in the planning committee, so I had to be at work to make sure everything went smoothly. After that, I went on leave because I think I now started becoming really anxious. My anxiety level went off the roof. I went on leave. I stayed home all through my leave period. Um, I think towards the end, I now decided to host like games night, because a lot of people had been telling me that I just needed to just invite people over just so that I can get out of my head about the whole accident situation, because I wasn't sleeping well. I was just not myself. So I was on leave like in September. I resumed work October. And I was like, you know what? Well, I can do this. I can come out into the open world again. Then fast forward to October, I went out with a friend. Okay, so I'm an introvert. I don't usually go out. I'm a homebody. I'm always at home. And I had a friend who was like, or my friend was like, you need to come out. Let me take you out. It's been a while. I haven't taken you out. Let me take you out. And I'm like, okay, well, it's been a while I went out, and well, it would do me good. Besides, I was supposed to travel for work, and I was like, you know what, before work starts, let me just enjoy myself a little. And I went out with my friend, and then we got to the first place. It was like a lounge. And then I think we decided to go to another club afterwards. At this other club, I just had this inclination to want to drive the car. I don't usually drive people's car, but I was like, can I drive your car? I don't know why I felt that, but I knew that I wanted to just drive the car. And my friend was like, "Oh no, how would you drive a car? Two guys, you'll be the one driving the car. That his very good friend will drive the car." Because I knew that nobody was drunk or high, but I was like, I just felt like driving the car at that moment. So there was another lady in the car. So we went to drop her, and everything, like everybody was still okay, like nobody was high or anything. So we dropped her, and as we came out of her street, I wasn't feeling sleepy, mind you. As we came out of her street, I that was the last thing I remember. The next thing I saw, or the next thing I heard, was someone saying, "Can you stand? Can you come out? Can you stand?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? Can I stand? Why won't I be able to stand? I'm not sleeping, or I'm not tired. Why won't I be able to stand?" Then I just knew that the guy was fussing around, fussing over me, and I'm like, "What's going on? Like, I can stand. I'm okay." And I don't know if my eyes were closed at that moment, but the next thing I knew was I looked down and I saw blood. And at that moment, I just kept quiet. Like, I didn't say anything else because I'm like, okay, something has happened. I don't know what has happened, but something has happened. Then, okay, so at this point, I think they had used a shirt to cover my head. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, I was so confused until I saw the blood on my skin. And at this moment, I just kept quiet. I don't even know how I'm telling this story. At that moment, I knew I had an injury, but I didn't know what the injury was. I didn't feel any pain. I wasn't feeling any pain. I wasn't. The only thing I thought was I needed to go to the toilet. I was pressed. So I heard when they were looking for like a hospital around, and my friend kept saying, "Okay, where's the hospital around? That's the closest hospital." And like, "Oh, we have to take a cab to the place." This happened on the island, and we had to take a cab to the place, and we went to the hospital. So I can't even remember anything. All I remember was getting to the hospital and hearing hearing voices. And I heard when the doctor was saying, "Oh, she's going to need stitches," and he was saying how bad. He was like, "Oh, it's not. It's going to be like a lot, over like 20 stitches." And I'm just lying on the bed, like, wow, what's happening? Like, what's going on? And I remember the doctor saying, "Oh, her blood pressure is high. We need to bring down her blood pressure." This, mind you, while all this was happening, I wasn't feeling anything. I wasn't feeling any pain. I wasn't feeling anything. So in my head, I'm like, okay, no, nothing. It's nothing too serious. It's nothing too serious. I remember immediately I stood up. Immediately they finished stitching my head. I got up and I was like, "Oh, I need to. I'm pressed. I want to wee." And they're like, are you sure you can walk?" I'm like, "Yeah, I can walk." And I walked to the toilet, weed, and I came back, but I couldn't sleep. This happened like early hours of the morning of Sunday morning, October October 31st, if I'm not wrong, October 31st. And I I just laid on the bed. I couldn't sleep. I don't know, I couldn't sleep, maybe because it wasn't somewhere I was used to, and because I've never slept in a hospital before. So I just kept tossing and turning. And then I noticed my phone wasn't with me. So I asked my friend, like, "Where's my phone?" He's like, "Oh, he's going to call his friend that he left by the car to check for the phone." By the next morning, I made my way back to my friend's house. And that was when I saw the damage. To be honest, I hadn't even seen the damage because I was in a bandage. And I came, I had my bath, and then I'm asking, like, "Where's my phone?" Like, that was the only thing that was on my mind. Like, where is my phone? I was using an iPhone 13, and I had saved up to buy that phone. So I was so mad. I was so pissed that I wasn't with my phone. And then he told me that the phone was stolen. I was mad. I wasn't even bothered about the injury. I was just mad that how dumb could your friend be to let my phone get stolen? He saw my phone and then kept it back in the car. This nigga had pockets. Why didn't you put the phone in your pocket? So I'm like, okay. I'm not gonna force right now. Just I want to go home. I went home, tried to track the phone. It was all over Lagos, from Lagos Island to Computer Village. They were obviously trying to block it, but they couldn't. I got home. I think I remember telling my brother that it's just a little injury. You know what? The funny part of this whole thing is I don't even know what happened. I just know that one minute my eyes were closed and the other minute something had happened. So the account given to me by my friend was that, mind you, I was sitting behind. The two guys were in front, me and the lady were at the back. Nothing happened to the people in front. I was the only one who got physically injured. The person sitting directly above me had like internal injuries on his knee or and stuff like that. But I was the only one that had like injury that you could see. So that's external injuries. So I got home and I was telling my brother, okay, that it's just something minor. It's just something minor because I also hadn't seen the extent of the damage that was done. So I kept saying, oh, it's something minor. I was supposed to take off the bandage in 2 weeks or thereabout, and I took off the bandage. You guys, I don't even know if I can put this. If YouTube would allow me to put this, but I would try and put like clips, pictures, and I remember my brother telling me that, oh, why did you downplay this thing? This thing was serious. This thing wasn't just something small. But at that moment, I didn't even know what to do. I couldn't say, oh, it was so bad, it's massive and everything. But I was just basically trying to just get by. I think at that moment, I was just trying to get by. Um, I took out the injury, the stitches, and it was quite a lot. I think that at that time I wasn't able to fully grasp what happened, and it's just like this year that some days it dawns on me that this is my reality. This could have happened to me. Um, it's been a lot. I I've had my good days. I've had my bad days. I've been told that it could have been worse. The When I say worse, I mean like the doctor who stitched me up could have done worse and left a bad scar, but this is actually good. Um, I'm going to leave pictures of my face without makeup, so because I think the makeup is also covering it. I'll leave pictures without makeup so you guys can see. Um, it's been a lot because I've had bad moments where I've questioned God because I was at the back. How did I get the most injury from the back? I've had so many questions and conversations with God asking why he hated me for making me go through what I went through. Mind you, this was like months to my birthday, and I'm like, I can't believe I'm going to spend my birthday looking like this. Um, I was out of work for like 2 months. Yeah, for 2 months. I really just resumed fully this year, and it's been a roller coaster ride. I haven't. Some days it's good, some days it's bad. Some days I just want to crawl in my bed and cry my eyes out. I just want to isolate and not have anybody look at me. Some days I'm so grateful to be alive. I'm so glad that I'm here. I'm so glad that I still have my two eyes seeing clearly. I remember after the accident, when I went for my eye checkup, I was given some eye drops to use, and the one of the eye drops had me seeing flashes of light. I was so scared because I'm like, is this how I'm going to be seeing for the rest of my life? Flashes. Like when I say flashes of light, I mean like the light would just come like and I'll have to keep turning like, is there someone there? Like that was how jumpy I was. That was how in my face the flashes of light where it took me a while to get a CT scan done because I was so scared that maybe there'll be internal injury or something worse. I was really, really scared. Um, I've been through a lot mentally, physically. I'm currently still in pain. Like, I can't really flex this eye or eyebrow well. Even when I sneeze or cough and stuff like that, it hurts. So, it's been a lot. It's been a lot. I've 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 had to deal with the physical pain. I've also had to deal with the mental pain um, of of people indirectly kind of judging me because it's like, oh, why did you go out? And um, basically, why did you go out? And if I don't go out, why don't you go out? So it's like you can never really you can never really be right, and it's just been a lot. I'm currently considering, not considering actually, I'm currently seeking help. I'm going for therapy. I also do this thing on my Instagram that is like my mini therapy session. By the way, I also went viral on Instagram. It's so crazy because on my Instagram, I had been stuck on 2,000 followers for years, and I mean years. And the moment I had my scar, I didn't even gain followers like that, but I had a video that I talked about how I felt about my scar, and it went viral, and I gained like over 2,000 followers just from that post alone. And ever since then, my page, my content is literally out there right now, and I'm so grateful for that. So it's like, yes, I have a scar, but the scar has also brought good things for me. I'm not going to lie about it. Also, I still feel insecure, or I'm now more insecure about certain features of my face that than I used to be. Um, yeah, that's currently where I am. I'm not fully over it. Some days I'm so mad. Um, this past week I was actually particularly really, really mad, and I don't want to say like I was questioning God or anything, but I I was so mad because my mom also had an accident which was similar to mine, like totally similar to mine, if not a bit worse. And she walked out of it unscratched, no injury, no scratch, nothing. And I'm here sitting down asking God, like, you hate me that much that I would be in the back seat and I will be the one who ends up with a scar. But my mom, I'm grateful that she didn't end up with a scar, but it was so painful to me. I haven't actually even said this to anybody, but that was how I felt. Like, how come she walked out of that without a scratch and I walked out with this? Like, how I am I that bad? Am I that sinful that you would allow such a thing to happen to me? But um it's been a journey for me because it kind of made me get closer to him. I'm not perfect. I'm not even trying to say that I'm perfect, but it's easier for me to actually talk to him right now. Like this past week, I was so mad and I didn't know how I was feeling. And I just said, God, I don't know how I'm feeling. I just feel so sad. I just don't feel myself. I need you to just help me. I'm tired. Like, I'm just tired. I don't want to do anything, but I know I have to. I don't really have a choice, but I just need you to help me. In all, God has really been grateful. God has really been faithful to me, keeping me alive till this moment, and I'm so grateful to Him. I'm also grateful to my friends, my family, people that have just checked up on me and encouraged me through this whole ordeal. I'm really just grateful for the community I have around me. But yeah, I think I've rambled enough too much in this video. This is currently where I am. This is the story of my scar. A scar survivor or accident survivor. I don't even know what to call it, but this is where I am. Some days I'm good, some days I'm not. But in all, I'm still grateful for life. I'm grateful for the opportunity to be here and still do what I love. And yeah, I'm really just thankful to God for everything. Um, I think I've rambled enough, and I'm just going to go back to my regular content, which is vlogs. And yeah, thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Mwah.